Hello fellow motorcycle enthusiasts and welcome to the channel. In this video I want to talk about passions. Most people have something that they are passionate about, and those who don't really should, because it's the sort of thing that makes life just a little sweeter, a little more enjoyable. I have quite a few passions actually. The one that tops the list though is of course my passion for motorcycles. Of course I wasn't born this way. It's the sort of thing that developed over time. But years ago, there was one little spark that ignited a fiery passion that would burn for years to come. Recently, I've had reason to reflect on that golden moment in time, and I thought that it was worth sharing. Okay, let me set the scene for you. Picture it, Sicily, 1975. Wait, no, it wasn't Sicily, but I will take you back to the mid-70s when I was a young lad. Off-road motorcycles really started to become popular in the 1970s. The Japanese manufacturers had just introduced inexpensive, fun, and reliable street bikes the decade before, and were now looking to cash in on the recreational market. I lived in a pretty rural area, and by the late 70s almost everyone had a dirt bike. Except me. And I wanted one. Badly. Not just because everyone else had one. I could see how much fun everyone was having on them, and I wanted in on that action too. Now, here's where my story finally begins. On a sunny summer afternoon, early September 1979, a new kid had just moved in, just down the street from me. We had just finished a day of school in grade 3, and had walked home together. Upon arriving at his house, I couldn't help but notice that my new best friend had a Honda Z50 in front of his house. I excitedly asked if that was his bike. He nonchalantly replied that it was, and asked me if I wanted to take it for a spin. Well, I couldn't say yes fast enough. So he started it up, hopped on, and did a few laps around his front yard. Then came the moment of truth. He left it running, hopped off, and motioned for me to take over. I excitedly hopped on and was given the instructions of simply twist the grip to go. So, as I blipped the throttle, he kicked the shift lever to engage first gear. The front wheel lifted off the ground briefly, and I was on my way. I wish I could have seen my face at that moment. I must have had a smile from ear to ear. It was the most exciting moment of my life at that point. After doing a few laps around his front yard, it started to dawn on me that I didn't have any idea how to actually stop the bike. I yelled for help. Any manner of impromptu instructions would have been greatly appreciated at that point. What I got instead was uncontrollable laughter. I didn't find that particularly helpful. Eventually, either the joke wore off or he realized that I was burning up all of his gasoline, because eventually my friend came to my assistance. In a scene that looked like it belonged in a Three Stooges movie, he chased after me while I yelled for help. I think that every time I yelled, he stopped and laughed a little bit more. Eventually, he caught up to me, grabbed the left hand grip, and basically caused me to crash the bike. No harm was done to either me or the bike. I wasn't going too fast. That moment left a strong impression on me, though. Not just because it was quite fun for a few minutes, but because I knew that if I could tame that beast, there was potential for an even greater amount of fun. I would eventually get fairly proficient at riding that bike when I was allowed to. Other friends would occasionally let me ride their bikes as well. Every time I threw a leg over a bike, it just strengthened my resolve to get my own bike. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to scrape together the money to buy one for years to come. But my first bike is another story. So there it is. Thanks for watching.